Hello, Capricorn. Welcome to your reading for the first week of October. October is quite the powerful month of this year. But if you click on this message, if you're guided to this reading and it's not October or 2022 or the first week of October, but you're still really resonating with the energy and the message, most likely this message is for you, as time is not a straight linear line as we're programmed to believe. We do use it as a tool here on earth, but that is not how time actually works in energy. It is cyclical, it is cycles. We always circle back to energy. So this is a reading for sun, moon, or rising in the sign of Capricorn. These are general readings, so take what resonates for you, leave the rest. Try not to build a story if you're not resonating with the messages coming through. If you'd like a personal reading, that information is in the description box below. First card out for you, Capricorn, is the White Owl. The wisdom and messages of the divine are within you. I am reminded of Saturn, which is the ruler of Capricorn. Saturn's been very active this year and has been in a pretty tight square with the lunar nodes, the north and south node of the moon, since March. So maybe you have found yourself going back into an old relationship, going back into old patterns, old habits, an old job, old ways of being around that time. And since then, the karmic lessons gear up again. We continue to go through these patterns of learning a specific lesson in our life, and Saturn is definitely the teacher here. Each time with a newer perspective or consciousness. So this time around is a pretty big one for everybody, as far as being able to see exactly what the universe is trying to show us, teach us clearly in new consciousness. So it's almost like, aha, I get it now. And as that square, that tight tension, that aspect of Saturn and the lunar nodes begin to ease up, as they are, they'll be easing up by the end of this week, by the 8th, the 9th, and Pluto will be going direct. Very important energy to pay attention to. So as the square finally eases up, the tension eases up, the clarity, Mercury is now direct, the clarity and the realizations become ultra heightened. And it is at that point that the karmic strings, or the cords that we've been entangled in, this is just old feelings, old patterns, old ways of being, since birth on up, are starting to like unravel and ease up. And we're like, whoa, wow, I see. I've been really wrapped up in this relationship, or really tied into identifying with my job, or with my role in my family dynamic, or whatever it is. This wisdom speaking to you, Capricorn, very strongly right now. This week, the growls. Embrace the powers of dance and movement to access your highest guidance. Whoa! This speaks of, finally making new movement. Moving around and changing and shifting your energy to new experiences. And the Robin, new growth and potential is on the horizon. Reach out and embrace it. Yeah, Capricorn, you are wrapping up a big karmic cycle here. And it's always up to us. Blue bird below that. You're being gifted with blessings of happiness and peace. It's always up to us whether we're going to actually make that change or not. We have to become the change that we wish to experience and see outside of ourselves. All right, Capricorn, let's get into it. I'm starting off with the I don't know why my throat is still froggy. The star seed. Oh, I forget the name of this deck. The star seed deck, which is way too big for my hands, but really great messages in here. All right, for Capricorn. So you may find yourself, maybe you've been sort of in a little bit of a limbo, or just kind of a resting phase, in between worlds, I'm hearing. In between, you know, the karmic lessons that have played out over the since March, to now, and just kind of reintegrating yourself, rejuvenating your energy, probably still trying to figure out what the hell exactly just went on, because Mercury has just gone direct, so it's still in post shadow, opposing Neptune, which is still a little like confusion. Things are becoming clearer, but there's still questions. There's still maybe not a complete sense of direction. Okay. Yeah, basically what I just said here. Yeah, Capricorn. So wow, you're actually kind of sitting in your pain still, or sitting in your lesson right now. And this just speaks of a lot of sadness and loss, and just like ready to give up. I give up. I don't understand human beings. I don't understand life. Yeah. Neptune, you really got taken on a ride, Capricorn. And it was just because you weren't picking up the lesson, the importance of what you were supposed to get out of this lesson. So you had to go for another ride. Saturn took you on another ride. And it did bring a lot of confusion, a lot of twists, a lot of turns. But ultimately, when push comes to shove and things are obviously not working out and are meant to come to a completion, that's kind of when you finally hit rock bottom. You hit the bottom of the stairwell, spiral all the way down. And this Ten of Flames, though, this is where we actually gain our strength back, gain our wisdom, and gain a sense of ourselves back. However, you're still, it takes a period of time in solitude, the hanging man, to ponder and to go over and process everything that just happened, everything that's happened since, and probably the universe is taking you through that life review while you're still here alive on Earth. And you're getting a new perspective, a new way of seeing things while you're in this phase. As well as having old childhood memories, loving memories, and a lot of good supportive energies coming in to offer you love and support through this time. Yeah. And that's important. That is a beautiful part of the process. I experienced this too. Everybody is. Capricorn, you're not alone in this at all. Mine was a few weeks ago. Very devastating news, devastating experiences. And then on top of that, I ended up getting COVID and being sick for 2 weeks, locked in my house alone with the devastation and the sadness. And oh boy, yeah, I know all about that, Capricorn. But while I was in that sadness and darkness all alone, I wasn't, because I had a lot of beautiful souls reaching out to me and sending me care packages and sending me love. And it was a beautiful mix of sadness and happiness, love, and, you know, it definitely helps. It definitely helps. Every little bit of love helps through these hard times. Okay, for Capricorn. But a lot of the messages and wisdom is coming through you now while you're in the Hanged Man position here. It's unfortunate that we humans have to, on the floor, we humans have to go through these initiation processes, so to speak, to wake us up to deeper truths about ourselves and about life. And we kind of spiral up in this joyous bubble of enchanting experiences, and then when we're dropped back down to earth, it's like we crash hard into reality. And it's rough. Yeah, this passion lifts us up, right? And then we get crashed back down into reality. And then we have to ground ourselves into the reality of acceptance and forgiveness and love of self. And that's when the messages start to come through. The clarity starts to come through the crown chakra. So first we're left ungrounded after having those experiences that are really shocking and just painful, and that is, we're tearing down all of the faulty foundation of the ego that we built, and it's time to rebuild a whole new structure, a whole new you, a whole new life for you. So it's a beautiful process. It's painful, and you're still in the painful part, I see, Capricorn, but you're going to be getting out of it. You are being gifted with blessings of happiness and peace. So there is specific energies coming towards you, whether you're recognizing it, realizing it or not, that are of support and, your soul tribe assisting you and lifting you back up, getting you back up on your feet again. Yeah. Because this one just really wanted to come out strong, heartache and loss. Unfortunately, we do have to experience the polarity in life, and so, with the good comes the bad. Nothing is ever permanent, and things are always changing too. So this too shall pass. I actually hate that saying, especially when you're in it, but it does eventually pass. So accept the gifts that are coming in, and accept what has happened as truth. And get as much wisdom out of this as you can. The waiting game. Tell me more about the waiting game. It seems as though you've been stuck in the waiting game, Capricorn, meaning like you were in this cycle and spiraling all over the place, and either you were waiting for something to shift or waiting for someone else to shift, and things were not really shifting the way that you had hoped to. But I think you're realizing, Capricorn, that it's you that you're waiting on. You are the one that needed to shift, nothing else. And if that's not a realization for you yet, then right now it should be. It's always you. It's always us. These are our journeys. We do the shifting inside. We make the changes. Be the change. That is how it works energetically. And until you do, you're experiencing and stuck in your own pain and darkness, heartache and loss. Some of us can really we can drag that out for years. I don't think that you want to, Capricorn, and I don't see that that's where this is going, but you're just in this period of time right now where you're still going through a growth phase, learning about yourself, learning about what the universe had shown you. Yeah. Okay. Capricorn, you're going through a big change, a huge change in your life, a transformation. This one you can't change back from. You had been experiencing this for quite some time, but it seems as though you had gone, it feels like backwards, but not really backwards. It was back into a karmic cycle, a karmic lesson that it had to happen that way. That's the only way we learn. That's the only way that we grow, is actually through our own experiences. So that's what this is. It's taken a toll, but it's also showing you your creativity, your sacral chakra, which is responsible. This is where our energy to create our life, the life that we desire. This is also linked to our sexuality and creation of new life, our libido. Even deeper, this is our creative abilities to create relationships, deeper relationships that mirror the good aspects within us. There's confluence there, that we go deeper than just a surface level. That's not really a relationship. So this is what's being worked and strengthened within you right now, Capricorn. This is what you were being shown. So I'm going to take this into the extended, Capricorn, over on Patreon. That information is in the description box below. And if you have a hard time getting into Patreon, there have been some technical glitches, I've noticed. But continue to keep trying. And if you have a hard time, reach out to me and I will see what I can do on my end as well. But it has been working. So hopefully it's working for you. That information is in the description box below. If this is where you end off with us, I will pull an advice card for you, Capricorn. And if you like this message, please click the like button. That really helps get the messages spread out across for more people to hear them. It helps with the algorithms here on YouTube. And if you're not subscribed, please subscribe. That too will help this channel grow and these messages get out to more and more people. Okay. Advice for Capricorn. I feel really sad from this, but just know that this will pass. This will pass. And really embrace the supportive energies that are all around you. Yeah. I felt that. Loneliness. You're not alone, Capricorn. It may feel that way right now because you are kind of in solitude. But know that you are never alone. You have, as well as the souls here on earth that love you, there are so many more entities and spirits, and just life, the universe itself loves you. You are not alone. So that's the message for you, Capricorn. If you're going to follow us over onto Patreon for the extended, that information is in the description box below. Take care.